doesn't need to know I'm making pizza pops at 2 a.m. And I'm like, it's no one needs to know. It's like beep beep. I'm like,
on this movie. It was so much fun to watch, but also this is a pretty important movie for Disney Channel. I remember back when Wendy Wu first came out, and that for me was like the Disney Channel movie where it was like, someone looks like me. And I know that this movie is bringing the Indian culture to probably maybe a whole new audience. You never know. What was it about this film that made you want to be a part of it, and what did you learn from being in it?
It was a DCOM, and I think that's enough to get my interest. Like, if I could be a part of that, like, I know I'd be lucky, and here we are, and I am very lucky. And in terms of, representation is super important, and I think Disney, like you said, Disney Channel's first film with an Indian American protagonist, huge for representation. And Manjari was our director, was very adamant about the culture feeling authentic, and like the family dynamic being represented well and accurately. And I think that's representation done right.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing about Manjari. Working with her was super cool because she made all of us feel a part of it and like collaborative and included, as well as making sure that like we understood what we were doing and where things came from and the importance of the different scenes or different references to stuff, like where that actually was stemming from. And I think that's really important for all of us to be on the same page and for all of us to understand, like, this is so exciting. This is huge for people to see a new culture being celebrated in a Disney movie, and for kids to get to watch a character that they might like, that we don't get to see these characters as much as we should. And I think it's really exciting for them to see someone that might look like them or something they can relate to.
Yeah, I think the representation was beautiful all across the board. And working with Manjari and learning about all of these different things in culture that, you know, she would discuss with us why we were doing it or why it was written the way it was. Like, I remember researching about Holi for the Festival of Colors, and I was just so intrigued behind Festival of Colors, and I think it's beautifully represented in this film.
It feels amazing. It really does, and I wish there was something like that, you know, when we were growing up on Disney Channel. But it comes with also great responsibility as a filmmaker, because I feel like, you know, I'm in a position where I have to do justice to this now, and in a way where it's truly represented. It truly represents what, you know, the Indian American experience is, and I hope we've managed to capture some of that through Spin.
What was it about this character, or even this project in general, that kind of drew you to the role?
I mean, this project is just so fun, isn't it? I mean, I remember looking at it just on the page and being able to hear the music and how fun it was going to be part of it. So I was just instantly gravitated towards that. And it's just such a colorful, loud, fun movie with so many twists and turns. But also, just for my character, DJ Union Max is just so fun and passionate, and this kind of, you know, combination of charming and quirky at the same time. And that was just so fun to throw myself into that.
And I feel like everybody needs a friend group like you three are to Rhea, like just all the support from all different kinds of ways. I love that. What did you all do to bond on set? Because I know it was probably a crazy time filming this movie.
We were really lucky that we clicked so instantly. We all became super close, super fast, because we were all together in this world in Toronto and hanging out, and we had the same off days so we could go on adventures. We all went to the aquarium, us three, and like little things like that completely helps when we're working as well. Like, our characters are close, so it helps so much that we didn't have to try so hard with that part. It came naturally that we were close in real life.
I mean, I remember when we first got into Canada, they were like, oh, let's do like rehearsals and stuff. And I remember all of us just sitting in a room, and we would have these moments of being like, okay, let's play some improv games and like see if, like, what we're about before we really start jumping into these characters. And I just remember there was this game where we went to 1 to 100, and we were all walking around a room with our eyes closed, and everyone had to like pick a number, but no one knew who was going to say the next number. And then if you said the next number at the same time, you'd be gone. And we made it all the way to 100 in one try. So
it's very exciting.
We set the bar pretty high then.
Yes.
And I think I'm not an actor, but if I was, I think one of the reasons I'd want to do it is to be able to pick up new skills while getting paid for it.
Yes.
You obviously are learning how to spin. Is that
Yes.
something that you were always kind of curious about? And what's something else you wish that you could do in maybe a next project that you
Yeah,
wanna learn?
I've been trying to tell people this for years, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an actor because, you know, I want to do so many things. And as a kid, I wanted to do so many different things. And acting is literally a way of doing that and it becoming your job. And so I'm so lucky that with every project, you know, there's something about it that I get to learn, or, you know, for this, DJing was that thing. And DJing was a very difficult, a very fun thing to learn. I think for the next thing, I would love for it to be something like, you know, like an Olympic sport, you know, because you know, Olympians and you know, athletes in general are just so, you know, their determination is incredible. And I've always wished that I sort of had the determination or the, you know, that kind of ruthless mindset of something like a boxer almost, which I did used to do boxing, that I think throwing myself into something like that would just be so fulfilling. I think it could be so fun.
One thing I love is that you, the two, Anna and Jahbril, your characters are making a pizza drone, which is something I need in my life, which is why I wore my pizza shirt.
I love
it.
It's like Mickey pepperonis too.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Wow.
Fit
Yeah.
with it. But that's
Beautiful.
an invention I think that we need. What's an invention that you think needs to happen, or maybe an invention you kind of wish you had made?
Oh, I love this question. Okay, this is something, it's like so random, but me and my friend have actually thought about this and discussed this over months. Silent microwaves. Hear me out. I always make food super late, and my whole family doesn't need to know I'm making pizza pops at 2 a.m. And I'm like, no one needs to know. It's like, beep, beep. I'm like, it's fine, please stop. Like that silent appliances, toasters too. When you like, your toast comes up, it's like, boo, boo. I'm like, no one needs to know I'm making toast at this hour. So silent kitchen appliances, I think
I like
we
that.
should invent that.
For more, for like sneaky cooking. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know how sci-fi we're getting, but like, can we like, can we get some like teleportation happening? Like,
Yes,
I think
please.
that's an invention. You know, if I don't know how to code, but if I could, maybe we could make something happen. I'll start training.
Molly and Watson can figure it out. They're
Most
talented.
definitely. It's like, pizza drone is the first step, and then like pizza teleporter is like is the end
Is
goal.
next.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because then you could go to Italy and get your pizza, and then just
Yeah.
come back home.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wow.
Instant.
Mind blown. I was like in this class, and this was before the Apple Watch came out, and I was like, I want to video chat people on like, or like talk to people on my
Ooh.
watch. And I had a presentation when I was like 8 years old, and I was like, I want this watch that talks. And everyone was like,
You
oh,
created the Apple Watch.
I
You
literally-
created the Apple Watch.
today, I think I somehow said in the universe,
You need to-
there was an
It
Apple
was all
Watch.
you.
It
You
was
need to
all
get those
mine.
residuals.
I was
Yeah,
just going to say that. You should be
payment for it.
getting some, yeah.
Back to spin, just the whole message of this movie is fantastic, and I love that you get to see people learn new skills, and you kind of do that when you're an actor. As a director, do you ever kind of dabble in the skills that, you know, you're filming these people doing, or does it pique
Yeah.
up curiosity for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was with Skater Girl as well. I broke my collarbone. I was the first casualty on at the skate park after we constructed it. And then my producers were like, wait a second, that's an insurance liability. You can't be skating. So it was the same with DJing. Thankfully, there was no sort of injury there. But you know, we had a DJ consultant on set. So I had like a whole DJ booth in my office. So every time I would have some spare time, I would actually learn how to count beats and do some very basic mixes, and that was a fun process.
And what is the message that you hope kids take away from watching this movie?
I hope they get inspired to do things that are unconventional and out of the box, and you know, that don't paint them into a stereotypical picture and put them in boxes and give them labels. I just hope it, you know, gives them the freedom to be like, wait a second, if she can do it, I can do it. And you know, if that can happen, then this can happen. So just making that sort of, you know, common to see, and for for girls to be able to see themselves in Ria. I hope they can take a little bit of that, and also take a little bit of the spirit of India with them, and the vibrant sort of Indian culture that we are celebrating through the film.